I'm just going to do a very short presentation about the program, and then we'll start with your session after that. Just allow me 1 second. Okay. So, folks, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are joining from. Welcome to the CEG C Level Connect series number 21. For those of you who don't know about the program, we have been doing this program since August 2021 on a monthly basis, where I host the program and invite CEG alumni from all over the world. We are targeting people who are senior level professionals in corporate academia, public service, etc., both in India as well as all over the world. And we had 21 sessions, 20 sessions so far. This is the 21st session today. Today is Sunday, March 19th, 2023, 8 p.m. IST. The program is recorded. For those people who are not able to join during this time, for whatever reason, we'll record this program and we will post this recording in our YouTube channel, CEG Connect. All the programs, the previous sessions are available in CEG Connect for people to view at no cost. This entire program is done by me and with my friends at no cost to anyone. We are doing it as a service to CEG alumni and all the CEG stakeholders. So the few guidelines for the program for those of you who are joining for the first time: please stay muted during the fireside chat session. We don't want to have any other additional disturbance. Please turn off the video for now. During the middle of the program, I will request all of you to open your video so we can take a picture or a screenshot of all the participants. But for now, you can please turn off your video. The entire session, as I mentioned earlier, is recorded, and the recording will be available in our public YouTube channel, CEG Connect. For the benefit of all our viewers, what we are doing is that when you have questions while the program is going on, either the questions to the guest speaker or the host, we have made available a free program called Slido. Shortly, in the next couple of slides, I'll tell you how to use Slido. It's very simple and very easy to use. There will be periodic live polls. So I'll be pushing some polls where you can respond with your responses to the poll. We can get live feedback from the audience about the program, which helps us in fine tuning the program and making it even better than better before. So please participate in the poll questions when the question comes. Periodically, my colleague Partha will be putting out the Slido number, the Slido code on the side of the screen in the Google Meet chat box. So you can refer to that and join Slido. During the question and answer session in the second half of the program, if you have a question you have posted in Slido, your name will be called. And when your name is called, please unmute yourself, open your video, and you can ask the question directly to the guest speaker. So today's session, the guest speaker is Dr. G. Ravikumar. Dr. Ravikumar is 1987 CEG civil alumnus from CEG. He is currently the registrar in charge at Anna University. I know Dr. Ravikumar for a very long time now. We have worked together in a lot of different projects. He's a very good friend and also a person who's done a lot of stuff for the college as well as the university. I'll be the host. Jaitesh, my co-host, will be joining a little later today. He is running another program today, so he's running a little bit late. He will join towards the middle of the program. And then Partha is my tech support. He does all our website recordings and all the technical details of maintaining the system. The three of us are running the program for now. To join Slido, any of you can join Slido. You just go to any device, whether it is a laptop, desktop, or a tablet or mobile phone. You can just type slido.com in any browser in any of the devices, and once you use Slido, you can put in this number 1446856 in the Slido box where it asks for the code. Once you do that, you should be coming into a screen like this, where you will see there are two tabs: a question and answer tab and a polls tab. In the question and answer tab, you can type the question that you would like to ask anytime during the program. And once you come to the Q&A session, we will go through these questions and we'll request you to ask the question yourself. The polls tab is where I'll be pushing some polls, which comes periodically. You should be able to respond to the polls. Very simple questions, multiple choice questions, just to get a feedback from the audience. Okay. So with that, I'm going to stop my presentation and introduce the guest, Dr. Ravikumar. As I said, Dr. Ravikumar is a CG alumnus as well as currently the registrar in charge of Anna University. What we are going to do, Dr. Ravikumar, is that we are going to first give the first 20 minutes to you, And the purpose of the first 20 minutes is for you to talk about your journey from the time you left CEG in 1987 to where you are right now. Obviously, you've gone through various different positions and responsibilities. What we are looking for specifically here is that the audience for this program is primarily CEG students and CEG alumni. What we want to do with the program is to help alumni and students understand that people from our own college who studied in the same campus, sat in the same desk, and ate in the same canteen have done very many good things in the world and big things in the world. So it is possible for anyone to achieve anything if you go through CEG. And for us to be able to show that information, I want to use examples like you. So please take us through your journey from the time you left CEG to where you are now. Focus on significant learnings you had along the way. Any particular advice you would like to pass on to the students or alumni based on an experience? So I'll give you 20 minutes. By 8:30 we will close that session, and then we'll go on to the Q&A. In between, I might interrupt you with questions during your monologue just to keep it dynamic. So if there's any point I'll have to ask, I'll interrupt you and ask the question. We can continue along that way. So over to you, sir. Dr. Ravikumar.
Uh, uh, Good evening, Engineer Vishwanathan. Uh, in fact, good evening to all our CEG alumni friends throughout the world. And first, I'd like to thank Engineer Vishwanathan and Engineer Parsarathi for arranging this. Uh, Maybe I'll just repeating what. Friends, I hope you are seeing my PPT.
Yes, sir, we
Yes,
can
yes,
see.
sir. We can see it, sir. Yes.
Okay, I'll just slowly present my case. In fact, thanks, Engineer Vish. As I told you, I have to explain the journey from where I left CEG. My first answer is I not left CEG since the day I joined CEG in 1983. In fact, coming July 2023, I'll be completing my continuous 40th year of existence in the CEG campus, Anna main campus, all along for all these 40 years.
That's amazing, sir. I think you and Dr. Shekhar are the two veterans of
Yes, sir. He
CG, I
is
think.
my
Yeah.
main competitor. He's there right from 1971, and I
Yeah.
am here till 1973.
Okay.
Okay, nice friends. So after my BE, I joined. In fact, I joined for my ME Water Resource Engineering, the same CEG, Department of Civil Engineering Center for Water Resources. Then '89, I joined for my full-time PhD again in water resources. So in '94, I joined as a regular lecturer in civil engineering. So first 3 years I was in survey division, and again from '97 I shifted over to again Center for Water Resources, both in the Department of Civil Engineering. Uh, Significantly during 2013 to 20, uh, so I was the director of Center for Entrepreneurship Development in Anna University. I'll explain that a little later elaborately. Then 2020 to 21, there is a small gap during Corona. And during October 21, I took charge as the registrar in charge of the Anna University. There is a whole Anna University, the biggest technological university in the world, with around 531 engineering colleges throughout Tamil Nadu state affiliated to Anna University in October 21. So I'm continuing here as registrar in charge for the past 1.5 years. Fortunately, you might be knowing our respected Vice Chancellor of Anna University is also a CEG alumnus of PG and doctorate. In fact, he did his UG in Anna University. He joined CEG in 1990 for his ME in mechanical engineering. 92 he became a faculty, then he done a PhD. So it's nice that the Anna University is now ruled by the CEG alumni with the respected Vice Chancellor with about 32 years of experience in CEG as a student as well as a faculty. and myself almost 39 years in CEG as a student and faculty. We understand the system perfectly. I can say it is not our office, it is like our home with more than 30 and 39 years existence. So we understand our home, and we look for things to be done positively, I can say. These are my academic this thing. Uh, so after during my PG, I was the hostel block representative for 2 full years, hostel block 4, and during which I got the best maintained block award for the hostel block 4.
So can you hear us, sir?
It is actually 88 to 94. Okay.
So can you hear us? Your voice is breaking, sir.
Enormous confidence in facing either the people or the financial management, material management, etc., etc. And with that only, I managed many things during my directorship in the CED, that is the Center for Entrepreneurship Development, for 7 full years, where I happened to manage many things, including contacts with the people outside the campus. And with these two, I think the hostel block and mess representative conference and the directorship of CED conference, I was confident enough to become the registrar of Entrepreneurial Ecosystem.
I'm trying to reach Dr. Ravikumar to see if we can reset his line. You can't hear him, right?
Yes, sir.
No, we can't. No, we can't. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let me ask him to maybe re-log in or something. Hold on. On. Hello, sir. So mute இருக்கீங்க sir. You're on mute.
Fine, sir.
You can hear you now. No
Am I
problem.
audible now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So this is my wife, Dr. Krishnaveni, presently a professor in CEG and director of Institute for Ocean Management. Along with me and my missus, I'm happy to introduce my son, Bharat Kiran. Uh, he studied in the Anna University main campus. Uh, from LKG to 12th, he was a student of Annajam Science Park School, and with a very great uh, uh, cutoff point. He joined CEG again. He is a student of Triple E with 199.5 cutoff. He completed BE Triple E from CEG in 2021. Incidentally, he was the CEG Students Union president during his final year. So just after completing his BE Triple E as a CEG alumnus, presently he is working in Latin View Analytics. Maybe he's trying to continue his master's program in business analytics in some university of USA. He may be joining in another maybe before the end of current year, maybe in another 6 months. So this again is photograph. So coming to a few developments in CEG. So this is our honorable Prime Minister attending our Anna University convocation on July 29th, 22, along with our honorable Governor, honorable Central Minister Mr. L. Murugan, respected Vice Chancellor Dr. Well Raj, honorable CM and honorable Education Minister. So this is another photograph with all our syndicate members along with me taking a photograph just outside our fabulous Vivekananda Auditorium in CEG. I'll come back to the entrepreneurial ecosystem in CEG. In fact, during 2013, when I became the director of CED, Center for Entrepreneurship Development, the word of entrepreneurship was literally missing in the campus. So even I was also appointed as CED director, even without any expertise, I can say, just because that is the only post vacant on the date. Then, as I told already, CEG is not my hobby; it is my home. With all my inspiration, I started learning the concepts, started developing CED from scratch to various levels. And CED is now a famous entity in the campus with very great horizontal and vertical developments. Then, along with CED, we also have Atal Incubation Foundation, that is Atal Incubator, funded by central government, which is open to general public, that is doing well. You have the National Hub for Healthcare Instrumentation. You have another innovation hub funded by NLC, Naval Agent Corporation. You have a UA Center in Biotechnology. Then you have a Technology Enabling Center, TEC, funded by central government. You also have a CIPR. So the entrepreneurial ecosystem is highly matured in the campus, and we have combined all these things in the form of EDIC for the benefit of our students. So this is CED serving our this thing. We also have a incubator maintained by CED, CEDI through RUSA funds. That is another project. The Center for Entrepreneurship Development has MACAS Lab, one for the mechanical and another for the electronic stream. The credit goes to Dr. Saravanan, who became the director of CED after me for the past 3 years. Now we have Dr. G.S. Mahalakshmi, the Faculty of Computer Science. She is heading the CED now. She was the deputy director of CED during my regime. And with all her enthusiasm, she is continuing, I can say, the contribution started by me. And hopefully, she'll take CED to higher levels. So, this is a Vacas lab with all the 3D, PCB printer, and all those facilities. Uh, CGen. In fact, we have the AACEG, Alumni Association of College of Engineering Gindi. Uh, uh, that is also, in fact, the CEG is 229 years old. starting from 1794. And AACG is almost 97, 98 years old. We will be celebrating the 100th year very shortly. In fact, I was the president of the AACG during 18 to 22 full years. And where I understood the contributions and trying to take AACG to higher levels. Then 2016, with mainly the initiatives from Engineer Vishwanath, the Engineer A.J. Balasubramaniam, and the then AICG President Engineer Karnagaran, we have started the C-Gain. In fact, I will show you a photograph a little later. CEG Alumni Incubator, in fact, the name was given by Engineer C.R. Sasi, our senior alumnus of CEG. It was inaugurated in 2016. Then the college was kind enough to allot a space for AICG Incubator in our old library building, presently known as CPD building. Then AICG allotted almost 10 lakhs of money to develop that. It was doing very good. And during 2018 to 20, during my regime as the AICG president, and with the help of Engineer Pandian, who was my classmate in CEG and then AICG EC member, he made a lot of effort in converting that to a Section 8 company called CGAFE. I think CEG Alumni Foundation for Entrepreneurship Excellence. It was doing very good during the pre-corona period, but somehow during the corona period, we happened to stop all the activities, and now we are trying to make it active. So in the recent few months, there has been a lot of effort in the among the alumni, CEG alumni, in starting what is called a CGen. In fact, a CEG Entrepreneurs Network, I can say. We know we have almost 50,000 CEG alumni spread throughout the world, and there are many subgroups, I can say. Though we have the AACG, there are also subgroups for every one of the different year alumni, different branch alumni. We have Sigana in states, and we have so many things. But the alumni entrepreneurs are not networking to the extent possible, I can say. There are good networking, but somehow we thought the CGen network can be for the benefit of CG alumni entrepreneurs, and that is also a group which can which is more suited to teach the CG students entrepreneurship excellence. And thirdly, the CGen may also look after the CGFA, that CG alumni incubator. With this background, we have started grouping or networking these people for the past few months. I'm also initiating a lot of things in that, and supported by the CED director, Dr. Mahalakshmi. And we have put, I think, Engineer Karthik as the present lead of CGen group, supported by Engineer Raghuram and the GS Mahalakshmi, maybe the CGFA board of directors, and a few other things like Engineer Mahalakshmi of 1998 batch alumnus, and with the support of all the CG entrepreneurs, the CGen group is being formed recently. It is going great heights, and the CGen will be launched in CEG on 25th March 2023. So that's a great beginning with Engineer Karthik as the lead. And these are the entrepreneurial organizations. All the AICG, C-Gain, that's an alumni incubator, which is only CGFA now. And again, especially the with the initiative of Engineer Vishwanath and AJ Balasubramaniam, we had the CGAM, CEG Global Alumni Meet, I can say. I think we had almost 3 global alumni meet for the past 10 years. That is also networking the CEG alumni properly. This is the Atal Incubator, which is under the CED. Both are housed in the Platinum Jubilee building, just after the remote sensing department in the campus. So this is the CED, a few activities. This is nothing but the Entrepreneurship Forum for Girls, inaugurated by me in 2014. We had a Pattimandram by the respected CEG alumnus Bharati Bhaskar and the famous Mr. Raja. We had Mangalam Balasubramaniam and the entire group having a Pattimandram on whether it is employability or the employeeship more suitable for the girls. This is arranged as part of Entrepreneurship Forum for Girls, which is a subgroup of CED in 2014. And this is another meeting of Enantra. It is nothing but the entrepreneurship mantra that is a 3 or 4 days intercollegiate entrepreneurship festival being celebrated in CEG campus for the past 6 or 7 years through CED efforts. And we have Engineer Vishwanath, Engineer C.R. Sasi, the late Engineer Vasudevan, who was our CEG alumni president during 1618, Engineer Manik, you have Engineer Saravan Krishna in the Vivekananda Auditorium. In fact, the Vivekananda Auditorium was renovated recently, 4 or 5 years back.
So this,
Again,
so
this
that,
is a
that
nice
so
meeting
that
as
so that
inauguration of CEG Alumni Incubator.
so that program previous slide you showed, if you show the
Yes,
previous slide,
yes, sir.
the person who is sitting in the white shirt there is Murugavel Janakiraman. He is a CEO of Bharat Matrimony.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
We gave him an award in that forum as a lifetime achievement
Yes,
award
yes,
for
yes. Since he is
entrepreneurship.
looking down, I could not
So
recognize the
he
face.
told me that is the first lifetime achievement award he ever got in his life,
Oh,
and he's
nice,
a very
nice.
successful businessman now. We were the
Nice,
first to give him an award and honor him actually in that
nice,
function.
sir, nice, sir. So this is again the photograph of the inauguration of CEG Alumni Incubator. Unfortunately, we are missing Engineer Vish in this photograph. We have myself, Engineer Karnagaran, who is the then president, Engineer Karnagaran, sorry, Engineer Hariharan, who was my school classmate in plus two and batchmate in CEG. Respected Vice Chancellor at the time, Dr. Rajaram. You have Engineer AJ Bala, and you have uh,
Krishna Kumar Natarajan,
Krishna Kumar Natarajan, our 1978-79 CEG alumnus, who inaugurated the CEG alumni
found,
incubator.
yeah, founder of Mindtree. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. So this is another thing. During our CED, in fact, we had a lot of efforts on creating entrepreneurs through organic farming. In fact, the organic farming was mainly spearheaded by, uh, I can say, Engineer Murthy, who is with the black shirt and the cap in this photograph. He was our manufacturing student at the time during 2015 to 19, around the time. And we jointly promoted organic farming in CEG campus in a almost 1.5 acres plot of Center for Water Resources with great participation by the students, I can say. In fact, I will show you a small video of less than a minute in the next slide. And this is a few months back where the Uravan Foundation of Mr. Karthik, there is a son of our great SL actor, Engineer Mr. Shiva Kumar. His elder son, Mr. Surya, is spearheading Agaram Foundation with educational focus. And his second son, Engineer Mr. Karthi, he is spearheading the Uravan Foundation with more agriculture as a focus. And we have the Mr. Ismail of New College on that day. And you have Dr. Madhav Ganesan, Director of Center for Water Resources. So we were receiving a sponsorship from Mr. Karthi on that day. This happened only 2 months back. They are supporting our organic farming effort in the CG campus. So that was an amazing video of our organic farming field in 2018 in our own CEG campus. That is almost at the northern end of our campus near Adaya River. And after COVID gap, we are starting the organic farm effort again. Thanks to Engineer Murthy. He was a student during organic farming during his student days. And after completing BE, and now he had become our CEG alumnus, still he has a great interest to have organic farming in our campus. So this is the present photo of organic farming in CEG campus. Maybe in a few months, you may see a lot of greenery in organic farming. Maybe myself in the present position in Anna University, I'm also supporting the organic farming effort in CEG campus. This thing. Some other developments, you have a new building for the mechanical engineering department of for the energy engineering aspects, just opposite Center for Water Resources. In fact, that is again spearheaded by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, who is basically a mechanical engineer and an energy research expert. A big building is coming up, and another one. This is new Anna University administrative building for the office of Vice Chancellor and Registrar and all the administrative office on the southern end of the campus. You have the present building, the southern side near to the main road. This building may become a landmark once it will be finished in another 6 to 8 months. The campus. This is a Center for Excellence building. Uh, in fact, uh, uh, mainly due to the efforts of our respected Vice Chancellor, we have started almost 15 new autonomous research centers in the emerging areas and traditional technologies. I can say something like Center for IoT, Center for Artificial Intelligence, Center for Cyber Security, Center for E-Vehicle Research, Center for Energy Storage, Center for Liberal Arts, Center for AR/VR Technologies, etc., etc. So all these centers are housed in Center for Excellence building in CEG campus. Maybe 3 or 4 centers are housed in MIT campus. That is another landmark. These are the centers. Center for Multidisciplinary System Research, Center for E-Governance. In fact, Center for E-Governance, I would like to say, our CEG alumni of 1971 batch, they have donated 1 crore of money for developing the software to be adopted by Center for E-Governance, which will be a great platform for e-governance in Anna University in the years to come. This is another interesting thing. Like the Anna University has started centers not only in emerging technologies. This is a center MOU of center inauguration of Center for Technology in Traditional Medicine. In fact, the centers like our Center for Medical Physics, Center for Medical Electronics, Center for Chemistry, that is Department of Chemistry, Department of Manufacturing Engineering, Department of Biotechnology in ACTech, Department of Chemical Engineering, all these our Anna University main campus entities, including Center for, that is all these new centers of computer science. We are trying to do research in the traditional medicine, mainly the Siddha. In fact, we have the experts from Central Council of Research in Siddha. So we are going to do Siddha research in Anna University main campus, and there will be a Siddha doctor and Siddha establishment in our CEG Health Center. That will be a great beginning. That we will be having a traditional medicinal setup in our own health center. So our CEG students and faculty will be able to get the Siddha medicine from Anna University Health Center very shortly, in a few weeks, I can say. This is another great initiative. The Anna University is going to build a great research park, similar to the IIT Research Park, with a team of almost 50 crores. That building will be coming up just on the near to the main road, in front of the present Controller of Examination building, which is nothing but the earlier highways department, which manages all the 531 engineering colleges examinations. Another great development I can say, near to the our hostels, we have a new building which is called Sir C.V. Raman building, presently having Department of Medical Physics and Department of Geology. In that building, the Anna University have given almost over 1.5 full floors, totaling to almost 25,000 square foot to the Department of IT, Government of Tamil Nadu. So the Department of IT, Government of Tamil Nadu is creating a ITNT hub, Tamil Nadu Technology Hub, which is basically a IT research park, I can say. In fact, Government of Tamil Nadu is investing a lot of money in that. And this ITNT hub will be inaugurated in CEG campus in a few weeks' time, preferably by Honorable CM. And that will be the first research park of the Anna University main campus for the benefit of our CEG faculty, CEG students, and the people from outside the campus. That will pay a great platform. And shortly, once we construct the research park in Anna University campus, we will be very much on the platform of research parks in our state and the nation, benefiting our startups in the years to come.
So this IITNT is the one that the startup TN, the government of Tamil Nadu, Sivaraja Ramanathan is heading, right? That's why they're doing this,
No,
right?
no, no. Startup TN is part of ADI,
Okay.
Entrepreneurship Development Institute of Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
This IT hub is purely an initiative of Department of IT, Government of Tamil Nadu,
Okay. Okay.
where many of our startups will be able to take up space. Our faculty may also understand the startup culture in a better way, I suppose. This will
Okay.
be our great next step forward, I can say, in space of research park facility and the startups for the
Okay.
students and faculty, I can say.
Okay.
Maybe some of you might be knowing the building on the left is Department of Civil Engineering HOD office, which is built by one of our CG alumnus, and this is named by Tarakad Parameshwar Anantaram building, where the entire money of 40 lakhs was donated by our CG alumnus, and we propose to construct the entire HOD Civil Engineering building with about 3 or 4 crores funding from CG alumni, and this will house the entire civil engineering department with all the BE civil, Tamil and English medium classrooms within the same building, which will be inaugurated very shortly. And I'm very happy to announce the expansion of the alumni center building. Thanks to the contribution from all our AACG members, we have a 3-floor building for the past, I think, almost 20 years, having a auditorium, a dining hall, office, and 5 guest rooms. So recently, thanks to the present administrators, with about Engineer Roopchandar, the president, Engineer Ravindran, the secretary, main contribution of Engineer Ravichandran, the civil engineer, doing all the design. Incidentally, the seats for this were put up during my regime as AICG president in 2019, and during 22, I think hardly a few weeks back, with unanimous approval, we are going to build one more block of 3 full floors, expanding our alumni center on the back side. The Bhumi Puja was constructed very recently, and the building construction will start maybe in a few weeks from now. That will be a great addition. In this building may house the CEG heritage, all these 229 years old heritage as part of the new expansion building. So this is the electric vehicle. I think presently, I think 3 electrical vehicles owned by Anna University and CEG hostels. They are going around the CEG campus from main entrance to all the hostels. Our juniors, all our CEG students are very happy to travel in these electrical vehicles, either for the classroom purposes or going from traveling from main gate to the hostels all along, which is almost more than a kilometer with all the luggages. It's a great smiles we can see on our present students traveling by this. Another great development going on in our main campus is 25 crore funding for a barrier-free environment for all the people who are not able to see. Uh, uh, we have these all these buttoned tiles in every building inside all the old buildings, along with every platform in the entire campus will be having in a few months. All these buttons where the people who are not able to see, visually impaired people, they'll be able to walk the entire campus through this. And the almost 25 to 30 buildings of CEG are equipped with new lifts. Because as of now, hardly 3 or 4 buildings are having lift as of now. Maybe in another 6 months, almost 25 to 30 buildings of CEG, along with the ACTech, they'll be having the lift facility in every one of our administrative buildings. This is again a new pond is created in our own CEG campus at the northern end of the campus. In fact, this was initiative of AICG, but with the support of the university, we have created a pond, okay, which will recharge the entire campus. This is created very recently. This is another interesting thing. The beloved canteen of CEG, I can say, which was almost maybe 60 to 70 years old, adjacent to our playground, that is demolished completely. A new canteen building with about 30 crores investment. It is not a canteen building alone. This is going to be a student activity center and canteen for CEG especially. All these 4 floors will have lot of food counters. Not only the subsidized canteen, we'll have non-veg facility. We'll have all the juice, bakery, etc., etc., including things like KFC, and whatnot. And almost we have 25 to 30 student clubs, either the Students Union or the Art Society, CEG Tech Forum doing this Kurukshetra, and the CEG Entrepreneurship Club, Capitalize doing this Yanantra, all this music club, dance club, robotics club, Rotary club, etc., etc. All these CEG students club will be housed in the new proposed student activity center, along with the catering facilities. And we also have a Center for Alumni Affairs, which is created by Anna University to connect with the alumni throughout the world. That will also be housed in this Student Activity Center of CEG. So this new canteen will be in operation maybe in a few months, with not more than 6 months from now. That will be a great addition where I invite all our CEG alumni throughout the world to visit CEG and see this canteen building, which will be close to our heart, I can say. That's a great initiative and fully funded by the university as of now, I can say. This is again the international hostel buildings. In fact, during our regime, in fact, the hostels used to be without even a tube light and fan, whereas the international hostel buildings built mainly for NRI students. They're all air-conditioned rooms with attached. Every room is attached with a bathroom, with the fridge, microwave, etc., etc. That's a great addition to the campus. We have our beloved swimming pool, which is maintained by external people. We are given outsourcing with a nominal fee of hardly a few hundred rupees for every month. This is still live, just behind the siege main building. We have announced a tennis court just adjacent to our playground, which is also outsourced for maintenance purposes. That's a great facility. And finally, I'll end with just another 1 or 2 minutes. In the history of technical education in the whole state, with the initiative of Tamil Nadu government, now we have two Tamil subjects being taught to our all the 531 engineering college students, including our CEG students. During our first semester, we have a subject Tamil Marabu. Okay, and during the second semester, they'll have this Tamil Notpom. It is only a one credit subject, hardly 1 hour per week. Okay, and incidentally, these subjects are being taught by doctorates in Tamil. Okay, we have Tamil teachers. Tamil BA literature, MA literature, PhD படிச்சவங்கள வந்து recently we recruited. So we have Tamil teachers sitting in CEG campus and in all the engineering campuses teaching these subjects. That's a great initiative. And this is another FDP for the Tamil Nadu for these teachers during second semester. So in the history again, the first Tamil examination of all the engineering institutions in the whole state. It is planned on 27th March, Monday, GE 5154 Heritage of Tamils. And the last news, uh, in the engineering curriculum, with the initiative of our respected Vice Chancellor, we had a lot of modifications. And the one significant this thing is we are going to have 6 months internship full-time internship for all our engineering graduates during their final year in the industry, similar to our medical interns and everything, etc., etc. So far we had only a few weeks internship, whereas hereafter all the engineering students in all CEG as well as throughout Tamil Nadu state, they'll have full 6 months internship in the industry. Half of them maybe in the seventh semester, half of them in the eighth semester. That will be a great modification and contribution to our students, bridging the gap between academics and industry. Those are the things. Sorry, I took a little elaborate time
No,
since I am
I
here.
think it is useful, sir, because I don't think many people would know what goes on in the college. I think it's very good to tell what is going on because
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. Most often when people look at newspapers or talk, they only look at the bad news from Anna University.
Yes.
We don't hear the good news. I think this is a great opportunity for us to hear good developments going on. I did not know about this new initiatives in terms of IT and T. I didn't know about many of the new things that you're doing here. It is very important people to know. I think what I would like to do with your permission is to take this document and give it to all the alumni to see because we have to be proud of our own college, what we are doing. And so thank you so much for taking the time to walk us through all that. This was definitely very helpful for us to know what is going on in the college, and we need to do more of that. So what I want to do now, sir, is that I want to do two things. One is I want to open up for questions. Before that, I want to ask you a few questions myself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One of the main questions that is there in everyone's mind and people are afraid to ask is that there's a big confusion between CEG and Anna University. A lot of us A lot of us have very, very good memories and emotional connect to CEG, but lately we don't see the name CEG being used very much, and it's replaced in a lot of sense by Anna University. It is causing a lot of difficulty and apprehension for our CEG alumni. Now, you are a CEG alumni. You lived in the CEG campus for a whole time. You're the registrar. You are the perfect person to answer the question: what is the status of CEG as a brand, CEG as a college versus Anna University?
I can say CEG is still going very, very strong even after 229 years of existence. Even whatever the people talk about Anna University, they are only showing the CEG main building whenever they want to say it is Anna University, first one.
Yeah.
And maybe during 80s when we studied, there was hardly 9 engineering colleges in the whole state. So CEG is one out of 9. But now we have 513 engineering colleges. That means CEG is one out of 531. But still, CEG is the number one engineering institution in the whole state. And we are going strong. So there is nothing to worry in that aspect, except that CEG is only one of the colleges of the 531 or the Anna University main campus. But still, for engineering, CEG stands tall even with though the CEG main building and everything is only hardly ground plus one floor, it is standing tall. There is no doubt in that. Still, people prefer CEG as the number one engineering institution in the whole state. So there is nothing to worry, and we are all there to safeguard the name and brand of CEG, and it is so going strong even with the youngest alumni like Deepak Subramaniam. They're all throughout the world spread, and we are strengthening a alumni asset network also through AACG or the CGN, CG Alumni Incubator, CG Global Alumni Meet, CGN, the CG Entrepreneurship Network. It is going strong. There is nothing to worry.
So, so
And the CG is, the whole anonymity is now, I can say, ruled by the CG alumni, both VC and the registrar. So nothing to worry. The CG brand is there. Only thing is we are strengthening. It is going nice.
okay, thank
We
you,
will
sir.
continue to do activities, and maybe it is time for another CG Global Alumni Meet. It is
Yes, sir.
almost 3 years.
I was going to ask you. Last one we had in 2018. It is 5 years now. If you remember, in 2011, the first one we had, Alumni Association had the idea of doing it every second year. We did the first one in 2011, second in 2015, third in 2018. We haven't done one after that. I think it's about time we do another one.
Definitely,
If you as registrar can use a position to make that decision with AAC, that will be good.
definitely,
My second question is about alumni, sir. We have a lot of alumni all over the world. We have Alumni Association of CG, which is 97 years old, as you said. We also have alumni associations in various countries also. And we also have the Center for Alumni Affairs. It is a general feeling, sir, and again, I'm sorry if I'm telling something like this. There seems to be less coordination between all these different organizations. If I look at the IITs or NITs or BITS or IASC, they seem to have a very strong alumni organization connecting the institution and the alumni and the students. We have organizations, but we get the feeling it is not as effective. You're also a part of the alumni association for some time before this also. What
even
can
now.
we do? What can we do, and what is the future of bringing all them together, sir?
Yes, sir. In fact, there is going to be a great future in the recent future month, I can say, mainly through Center for Alumni Affairs.
Yeah.
In fact, Center for Alumni Affairs is created only for the alumni of these four institutions:
Okay.
CEG, ACTech, SAP, and MIT. So CEG Alumni Affair will have separate windows for all these four organizations.
Okay.
There is CEG Alumni Affair recognizes alumni associations in these four institutions.
Okay.
So we are going to launch a great website for CEG Alumni Affairs, where you have separate windows for alumni associations of these four institutions. And being a government institution, Center for Alumni Affairs will be able to get international funding
Mm,
directly,
mm,
and whatever comes from the respective alumni, the Anna University would like to spend only for the respective colleges. It will not be merged together, and we are not going to use that money for constructing Anna University administrative building or spending for some other administrative campus of Anna University. No. Okay. So through Center for Alumni Affairs, all these four alumni associations will be fully recognized. We are building a website. Maybe in a few months it will be launched, and it will show great progress. And as you know, the main I can say gap of stronger alumni network and contribution is not most of the alumni are together now.
Mm,
They're all bits and pieces. For
mm,
example, in my own 1987 batch, we have a few hundred members as a separate WhatsApp group for all the branches, and another WhatsApp group for my own branch as culinary.
mm.
Whereas either any existing organization, they are not encompassing all these alumni. That is the
Correct.
drawback. But Center for Alumni Affairs with separate windows of only CEG, ACTech, MIT, and SAP. In fact, Center for Alumni Affairs are not going to see or look after alumni of these 531 engineering colleges. This
Correct.
is made only for these four colleges with the due recognition and respect for these four institutions. And with this arrangement, definitely more alumni will be combined together in this umbrella, I can say, with the due recognition for the four institutions.
Correct, sir. I
It's
think
a
I'll tell
great
you.
platform.
I'll tell you honestly, sir, this whole CG Connect program I started 2 years ago was simply because programs like this, where people like you can come to the program to talk about what goes on in the university, or people who come from industry, what's your industry. We didn't have programs like that arranged by any of the alumni organizations. Now they do programs that are relevant to them, but global alumni today want to hear what goes on in the college, what research is going on, who is where, who of our alumni is in which positions. I can tell you, sir, when I started this CG Connect, I'm thinking who all to put in the speaker list. I had only two or three names in the beginning. Today, I'm proud to say I have 600 CEG alumni in my list who are CEOs, CFOs, CIOs, presidents, deans of colleges all over the world. And there are people who say that, for example, about 6 months ago, we had the president of Illinois Institute of Technology, one of the largest publicly funded universities in the US. The president of Illinois Technology is a CEG alumni, and there are students from our college who study that they did not know that the president is from CEG actually.
Okay.
So this is where I'm trying to bridge the gap. So I would like to take these kind of programs, which instead of us doing individually, I would very much like to work with the Center for Alumni Affairs. They could run this program. We can help them run this program. They
Definitely.
have the mandate. They have the responsibility. We would be happy to hand over programs like this to them to run it and work with them to develop it also. So it reaches the entire audience all over the world actually.
No, definitely, because the Center for Alumni Affairs being a official establishment of Anna University,
Correct.
it will be definitely a great platform with the due recognition to the four associations.
Understood, sir.
In fact, our respected Vice Chancellor's Mrs. Incidentally is also a CEG alumnus 1989 batch.
I see.
And whatever happens around her, our President Vice Chancellor understands that. And with that background only, is initiating this. But Center for Alumni Affairs is not new. It was
Okay.
started by Professor Kalandhi in 2002.
Yeah.
In between, there were no activities. And again, it was some activity was started during the last Vice Chancellor's regime, Professor Surappa.
Yeah.
Whereas with the present regime, with both of our alumnus and not only the VC and Registrar and the misses of both VC and Registrar being the CEG alumni, we are seeing greater trust and this thing. And
Excellent.
with the pressure from Center for Alumni Affairs, the alumni associations are also started working actively, I can say,
Very nice, sir.
to a
Very
great
nice.
extent.
Very nice to hear.
So hopefully we'll see better days for alumni association and this thing. Another thing that comes to my mind, even the government of Tamil Nadu, the higher education minister and the higher education department understand the importance of the alumni associations in every college. They have also started pushing the alumni activities in every college throughout Tamil Nadu state,
Very
and
nice.
where our CG Alumni Association is a great role model, I can say, with the
Definitely,
95
sir.
years of existence and with all the contributions. The alumni activities are going on everywhere,
So
and
one
we'll
question.
see more activities in our.
So one last question before I give it to the audience, sir. Regarding the placement opportunities for students in CEG, we hear mixed answers. We say that sometimes it is good, sometimes it is not. What is the reality in terms of the placement opportunities for, particularly for CEG students, in the placement time?
As you know, in the recent years, students of either the IT competition as well as any core branch, they're all getting jobs mostly in IT only.
Hmm.
So during my time, when we had these 120 students of mechanical, almost 100 or 110 used to get placement. All of them will be in core mechanical,
Hmm.
okay, not even one in IT.
Hmm.
Okay, whereas in the recent years, still the same 100 or 110 mechanical getting job is maintained.
Hmm.
But out of that, almost 70 or 80 will get mechanical engineers will
IT.
get IT, hardly 20, 30 in core branches.
Yeah.
So that's a trend in the recent years. Okay, so overall the placement is good. There is no doubt in that. But so more than 80% of the placements are only in IT sector, not in core sector.
Understood, sir.
Maybe more thrust will be even from alumni side, we'll join together and try to inspire our students towards score. Now, another great thing that is coming in the syllabus is that in addition to the regular degree what the student is studying, we are going to offer a minor degree in any other branch of engineering.
I see.
For example, a mechanical engineering student can study 6 subjects in IT and finally get a BE mechanical engineering degree with a minor degree in IT,
Mm,
and vice versa.
mm,
A student of computer science will study for 6 subjects in civil engineering and get a minor degree in civil engineering if he is
mm,
interested.
mm,
So that
mm.
it's almost like a dual degree.
Excellent.
So that will take our more, better employability. Uh, but to my own consciousness, I can say the hand holding of the undergraduate students by the institute still needs improvement.
I see.
That's my personal opinion, I can say. And to this extent, maybe I can say the alumni can come in handy in doing that.
Absolutely, sir. I think it's a very important point. I can tell
Definitely,
you,
definitely.
I
That's
can
what
tell
I
you
feel personally.
on my behalf, I can tell you, and also behalf of a lot of our alumni, we are happy to help with that. Now that we have someone we know very well who's able to help us, we want to work with you to
Because
make
as you
this
know,
on.
the faculty are already fully overloaded with all the UG, PG, doctorate workload. And nowadays, you have the ranking system now, getting NAC accreditation, NBA
Mm,
ranking.
mm,
In fact, many of our faculty members happen to spend a lot of time in collecting data, inviting submitting the data to the accreditation teams, NBA, lot of accreditation. I can say there is very less scope for the existing faculty members to concentrate on these activities more than this. I can say.
understand, understand.
So, whereas alumni, so far our alumni networking is having a lot of gap. I can say we have
I
to
agree.
accept.
The question I asked you before is that we have a lot of alumni, more than 50,000 alumni all over the world. I don't know if we are able to utilize that combined power of the alumni as well as we could.
Definitely,
Smaller colleges and newer colleges are doing a better job. I think, as you said, hopefully the Center for Alumni Affairs can aggregate all the activities of all the different associations with due respect to them also,
definitely,
but
definitely,
try to aggregate them so we can get a bigger amount of activity going on with the students and the faculty. Because I'm sure, sir, I travel all over the world for my business. I meet CG alumni everywhere in the world, and every single person wants to do something back for the college. The problem is they don't know how to start and where to start, and they're not sure if their activity is going to be actually recognized. So this is where the gap is. If you can help bridge that gap, sir, I can tell you plenty of our alumni from all over the world are more than happy to help you do that actually.
definitely.
Yeah. So
I
I'll
hope it will be done through Center for Alumni Affairs,
okay. Thank
better
you, sir.
than the earlier years. Again,
So before you go to the next question, I want all the audience to open up your video. We want to take a screenshot of all of you with your video, please. So as soon as possible, if all of you can open the video, that will be helpful. In the meantime, we'll go to Deepak Subramaniam, who had a question. Deepak, can you ask your question, unmuting yourself?
Yeah, sure, sir. Hope you were able to see me and hear me clearly.
Yes,
yes,
sir.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I just want to quickly introduce myself so that you can understand me. So I completed my BE Computer Science at College of Engineering, India, Anna University, as Ravikumar has said. So I stood for student election and I won. I was a student association president
Oh
in my
wow.
final year. I closely worked with Professors Ravikumar sir and Professor TV Geeta ma'am and Professor Swaminathan sir and everyone. Like so, I was part of that one final year. I was part of Cap Plays event, entrepreneurship events, and also running the Agni Tech Offer. So I've been in this entrepreneurship ecosystem for past 6 years. And after completing my undergrad, I also founded a voluntary organization in Chidambaram. So I am from Chidambaram, and so we solved 10 to 12 real life problems that happened in Chidambaram. After that, I also co-founder of brand consulting company that we ran for 8 months in India, and that is when I analyzed. So I want to work where I can directly impact people. So I slowly shifted my focus. Currently, we are building a self-reflection mental wellness platform for people,
Hmm.
and so we are heading towards $300K funding event. It's going to happen next month. I'm the founder and I'm also taking care of business side. So I do set up a good set of team. Who we also have CEG as a CTO and other person who is my childhood friend as a operation team and one American citizen person for my strategy and marketing. So what I am expecting from CEG community or alumni team is, so we are in need of helping setting up a proper team here because this startup ecosystem is new in US. So I'm trouble finding people who can guide us in converting the value which we are seeing to so profitable business, and how we can. So I do have a good connect here, like UIUC Startup Entrepreneurship Community. I'm also advisory board for budding entrepreneurs. So what I'm missing is someone from Indians or someone from India who are in the startup ecosystem in US. So they can guide us, help us take in a baby steps towards our entrepreneurship journey. So that's where, so I'm also looking forward to an
So,
opportunity to meet any people.
so
Yeah.
Deepak, on your specific question, let me tell you there is an organization in the US called Gindi Alumni Angels. This is made up
Okay.
only of CEG alumni in the US. We have 50
Okay.
alumni angel investors. We've been operational for the last
Okay.
4 years. We have invested more than $2 million in 25 companies in the last 4 years. All
Okay.
CEG alumni, all of us living, working, and in the US invest in companies, their mentors, angel investors, etc. So you could reach out to us and we'll be happy to help in guiding you how to do that. We could also look at investing in the company at some point if the company is doing very well. So you have a lot of resources. We also have resources in India as well. Which can help with the mentoring as well as angel investment here. So we do have a solution within CG, by the way. So we can take help from CG itself.
Yeah, sure. Also, I just want to give another suggestion for my juniors or someone who is part of. I mean, so here is a right platform. I would, I feel. So to be very honest, what I felt was I've been part of entrepreneurship ecosystem from the day I joined CEG. To be very honest, I part of Capitalize. I part of we organize startup weekend hackathons, and myself and Bharati Kiran, our son. So we worked together for past 3 years to put this startup weekend hackathon, and we tried budding entrepreneurs to take first step, but what we felt was we didn't discover that. Like, so now I am feeling that I should have started something earlier. I was just part of community, and I'm helping and I'm doing all the support and everything, but I didn't personally take one step further and do some product and experiment or fail fast and move on. So I missed that opportunity in college. So that's when I realized that so college is something we should consider as a playground to play around with your skill set and figure out, fail fast in a safe zone, and
Understood.
by coming out of college we should be in a better clarity.
Understood.
Because past 2 years I've been going through a lot of confusions and discussions because
Understood.
I did multiple things, but I don't know whom to ask. I don't know any
So,
senior who is
so
in startup ecosystem to
So
guide
let
me.
me so let me give you examples of people who are on the call right now. We have our friend Ashwin Raja. Ashwin runs a successful startup in Seattle. They recently last year got $40 million in funding. So they are running a company in the US. In fact, I can tell I know Ashwin very well, and Ashwin's company hires people. They are able to match the compensation and do better than Google and Facebook. That's our company run by our own alumni. Ashwin, you can tell about your company also briefly, Ashwin.
Yes, thanks for the intro, Vish. Great to meet you all. Dr. Ravikumar, great to meet you in person. About Motor, we are a connected car data company. So, we are the leaders in connected car data in the US at this time,
Sir, before
expanding
that,
to
Mr. Ashwin, which batch?
2001 computer science, sir. Yeah, and of course, we are a big fan of CG, and I think CG still has its magic. I've been complaining about we are not able to get the best people these days. There are some other colleges which are producing better talent in terms of early hiring and stuff, but I still feel CG has this magic. Some of the best people in the world still are in CG. They're kind of a little bit hidden at this time. So I'm personally what to do, what we can do best to kind of encourage them and bring that the magic back from CG. We are Motor. We are a connected car data company. We are we are a US based company, primary business in the US, expanding into Europe and Japan this year. But a lot of our engineering happens out of India. We have had a development center in India for the last 6 years. We opened one in Bangalore also this time. So in terms of hiring, we are the day zero hiring company in some of the top schools, colleges in India. In fact, Google's and Facebook come after us. So we hire the best people in India. And of course, with anyone we'd like to follow up on anything related to
So,
that.
Dr. Ravi Kumar, I think we should get Ashwin and the Water Q to come and do campus recruiting in CEG. I know
Yeah.
last year I saw the news, sir. They said in VIT they are the highest paying company in VIT last year. I think they paid something like 1 crore or something to one student there. I don't
Uh,
know why we don't have that in CEG. We should have that in CEG. You know, you have our own students, our own faculty, our own stuff there. So I think we should try and encourage people like Ashwin to work with us, make it easy for them to recruit from CEG and our colleges. I think
Definitely,
definitely
we
that
want to do that. Yes, yes. I mean,
that
I
help
would,
people.
Dr. Ravikumar, I would always say I definitely started with CG first 2 years. The truth is, we found better candidates in other colleges. That is the real truth. When he started 6 years back, because I'm a fan of CG. When I was in 2002, Microsoft, I started the large hiring for Microsoft. In fact, 2004 batch, we gave 18 offers to CG, and 15 of them joined Microsoft R&D. When I was in Microsoft R&D in Hyderabad that time, that's a world record event. No other college had 15 people from the same class join Microsoft in the 2002. So we were definitely doing really well. But over time, things have I would say last few years things have not been that good. The student quality we'd like, but I still see there is magic. After 2 years, after they go out, they learn some things. We still find some of the best people in the industry are from CG. So why is that they are missing a little bit when they are in college? So something is happening, and I would love to work with all of you, Dr. Ravikumar. Who are you thinking we should work with? Of course, has been guiding me on what's going on. Would love to work to. Uh,
Maybe one reason I can say, for the past 1 decade, I can say, most of the faculty in these circuit branches, especially, are all temporary faculty.
Mm,
But our last permanent recruitment was conducted only in 2014, almost 9 years old. But thanks to the great efforts by the present Vice Chancellor, the interviews are being conducted for almost 300 permanent faculty positions in the main campus alone. That is
mm.
main campus in MIT, which we are going to complete by next week, by 25th. And hopefully with the syndicate meeting in another 2-3 weeks, they'll all be joining before April 15th. That will be a great addition to strong faculty in the CEG, ACTech, MIT. That may improve the students' ability to a great extent. That one thing comes to my mind.
Great. And also a lot of things that you mentioned, all the activities and things, developments, even that canteen that you mentioned, I think in those kind of activities could have significant impact. I'm very excited to hear all that you mentioned, Dr. Ravikumar.
Definitely.
Deepak, you had
Uh,
a question?
Yeah, so I just want to add few thoughts to that the current thing. So I am still in touch with all of my juniors since I was a president. So many people come back to me asking questions. So I can feel myself there. Like when I was also in the same stage, when I was graduating, people are coming up with the problems like, so I'm really good at management and I also really want to be in tech. I don't know which path to take. Should I go to bachelor, masters? Should I go to pursue job? Or can I start my own company? If I'm starting company, I don't have that concrete guidance or confidence. So I still feel that gap is still there. I don't know what we can do. What I feel is when I compare the same system with UG, right? So I'm also spending more time with UIUC computer science students. I mean, undergrad students. They are literally trying using that. They are experimenting in real life. They are not just stopping with studies. That's what I feel like. So to be very honest, we are competing for 300K funding event next month. First semester student is part of that challenge now. So if he is able to raise funding, the UAUC is offering them to take a break from academics. They are literally running the company and they're joining back after one semester or something. So they have this encouragement and ecosystem support for undergraduate students. They feel comfortable to experiment with their skill set. I
Understood.
feel that those kind of things are missing, especially in all of the colleges in India. I feel at least if CG could tap in that and give them an opportunity for entrepreneurial interested mindset people to take a free semester break, have something, do something in that corporate world, and come back and study. So if you are able to bring that, I feel that that encourage more people to jump into this entrepreneurship journey, and they will bring some good products or some change in this in our India as well as towards the world. That's what I strongly felt after discussing with UIUC undergrads.
Thank you. Raghuram, you had a question?
Yeah. I just want to share a quick thought, because a lot of time what happens is we alumni meet the, or as a potential recruiter or a job giver, we meet the students in the final year and we have some feedback. I wish the feedback be given to them in the first year itself, because it personally happened to me after I landed in CEG. The complexity sets in, right? We feel we are in CEG, whatever we do will get hired, because people tell, oh, you are in CEG, there's going to be great campus recruitment, but that's not the case. People need to become employable. So my small request to all alumni is, please meet the students during the first year and tell them, hey, your journey has not ended, it has just begun. So try to make the full benefit of CEG, the alumni, etc., and do almost double the hard you work during your 12th standard. Don't become complacent. That's a message to my to all the students, and we alumni can try and meet the students early on, because fourth year is too late, the damage has happened.
Yeah, agreed.
Thank you.
Agreed. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions from the audience? Anyone ask the question? So while we are waiting, sir, I want to ask you one more question. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I was in the campus, sir, to interview students for giving scholarship from our batch fund. I was asking them about the opportunities. Most of the students who came were from most backward, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, for whom I know government of Tamil Nadu and government of India provide a lot of subsidies. Students are not aware of some of them actually. So my request to you is, when the students join in the first year during orientation, I think it would be a good idea for us to at least educate them on all the funding opportunities available for them, which they may not be aware of, because they come from villages and towns. They may not be even aware that the government is providing them some incentives, scholarships, subsidies, etc. All that. So when I spoke to the students about giving scholarship, I asked them, "You are coming from a scheduled caste, scheduled tribe. Department of Adi Travid Welfare is giving money to all the students free of cost, and they're not aware of that." So my request to you is, would it be possible for someone in the alumni, and I'm happy to volunteer my time, to do a little bit of a session for all the fresh graduates who first start in CEG in the first semester, to give them the idea about all the opportunities available for them, so that at least they can go and get the help that is available from the government.
It is nice, but you might be knowing, uh, unless during our days, in the recent years, based on the suggestion of AICTE, we are conducting almost 10 days orientation program for all the UG students who are joining.
Correct.
Okay, during our time, there was no orientation.
Correct.
We only happened to learn all through ragging.
Correct. 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 Correct.
Okay, but irrespective of that, one thing which is hampering all this thing is the quantity.
Ah.
Say CEG is not supposed to handle this much quantum of students as
Ah.
of now.
Mm,
It has to get reduced, I can say.
mm,
For example, in computer science alone, we have 3 sections of computer science,
mm,
2 sections of IT.
mm,
So it is 5 sections into 60, 300 students per year.
mm, mm,
So we don't need quantity. We need only quality.
mm.
So when your quantity increases beyond a limit, the CG is literally full. There is not even an inch of space for constructing any more building hereafter.
Understood.
So when all these 500 students, there is a 5 sections, 300 students are almost in a classroom complex like a school. Okay, unless the students are in the department, they cannot be inspired by the department.
Understood.
So recently we constructed a lecture hall complex, this knowledge park, which is like a school. It is a lecture hall complex. Contains only classrooms,
Mm,
no laboratory, no faculty members.
mm, mm,
So any faculty member from every department goes to that building, teaches, and comes back.
mm.
Okay. So I can even say, personally, I feel the strength of the branches should be reduced to at least 1 section per branch. I can say
Mm,
we don't need multi sections. We don't need quantity.
mm.
We can hardly have one section for each branch. We can even
Understood.
start new branches like robotics and automation in MIT. We have started recently.
Correct.
Okay, we don't need additional sections in the same branch. So that only
Okay.
increases volume, reducing us by concentrating on quality. That is happening the same.
Thank you, sir. I think we are almost out of time. 9:25. We have overshot our time, but it was a very useful session. I have few requests for you, sir. Number one, this presentation that you put together and showed us, is it possible for you to share that presentation with me? I would like every alumni of
Definitely,
CEG to see this, because
definitely,
there is tremendous amount of growth happening, tremendous amount of new thing,
definitely.
new initiatives. Nobody knows about them. I want everyone to know about them and ask questions about them. Number one. Number two, you talked about this new Center for Alumni Affairs. I would tell you, sir, it will be delightful for us to work with Center for Alumni. I already met those two professors who are running that. Very, very nice women who are very enthusiastic about it. I'm happy to work with them. This CG Connect programs, I would like to do it with them actually. So they're the official arms alumni. Because I would rather work with them and let them help us coordinate this function in a much more formal scale. Third thing, talked about CGAM, the alumni meet. I think it's definitely very important for us to have alumni meet. It's been 5 years since we had that. So let's start working on putting a plan for the alumni meet so we can do that as soon as possible. And fourth is on CGEN, the CG Entrepreneurship Network. I think it's an extremely very good program. We need to keep it growing. Good to know that you're doing the inauguration on 25th of March. Let's work together and see what we can do to make it bigger all over the world, and try and get people to understand what is purpose of that. I am happy to help you in all those four areas, sir, as much as possible. Because for us, our college name, the kind of help we got from the college and the brand we have built, we have to be able to give it back to the students and the faculty and the university. So I would definitely encourage all our alumni, not only people who are in the call, people who are going to watch it in the YouTube, to come forward and work with the administration, including the registrar and vice chancellor and the dean, etc. Let's try and make this as big and as successful as possible. By doing that, I think our CG brand will automatically grow. That's my hope, at least. That is what I'm hoping. Right? Any other final thoughts from anyone? Yes,
Vishnu,
Ashwin.
yep.
Yeah.
One other thing is, I was wondering, is there a good place for CG students to know about, what people from CG have gone and established over the world? Because, in fact, recent times, with what Wish is organizing, I am just seeing that some of the biggest leaders in the world are from CG. And, I mean, things that I'm just wowed by how they've achieved this. Now, I myself am in an early stage of this. But we have some of the biggest leaders in the world who are CG alumni. I feel that just even showcasing them as much as we can would be great inspiration to all our students to see that they all can become that. And it's not like we are any second class school or something like that.
Exactly.
And
Okay,
I personally, again, I keep saying this. I think CG has a magic, more than anything, magic which I cannot explain, where still some of the best people in India, in Tamil Nadu, and I would say caliber best people in the world, that kind of caliber people somehow still come to CG. We want to make sure that those people also get to their best abilities, and also other people. And I guess CG and Tamil Nadu government have different other motives also behind how Anna University is run, CG is run. That also could benefit from this. Just
yeah.
role modeling, more visibility.
What you mentioned, Ashwin, is the reason why we started CEG Connect, because a lot of students and alumni said, we hear that our college is very big, I've been 200 years old, a lot of big people have come, but we don't know who they are. And that is when we decided, let's start this program. At least we can start telling people who these people from our college have done very well. All the 21 speakers I had so far are superstars, and all the remaining 600 I have in the list are equally big superstars. And I want to get them all exposed to all the CG alumni. And through this Center for Alumni Affairs that Dr. Ravikumar is saying, that is the perfect organization. They are official, they are formal, run by Anna University. If I'm going to work with them and provide them the ability to host these programs themselves, train them that way, it will be much more formal and much more official and can reach a lot of people as well. So that is the idea behind all these programs, to do that as well. So anyway, I think we run out of time, sir. We will close the session now, but thank you so much for your time. I know it is a little bit longer than what I had planned, but the information you're
Okay.
sharing was very useful. I think it is something that all the alumni needed to hear. And I want to even put, after you send me your presentation, I want to capture a few summary and put it in the WhatsApp groups we have. By the way, sir, we have about 35 CEG WhatsApp groups all over the world, with based on various level of interest, geography, etc. All that. I want to publish in all of them, so everybody gets to know what is going on in CEG currently, what are the great things happening, etc. All that. I'm sure you'll get a lot of questions after I circulate the document to people there. Be ready for a lot of questions, sir. But I hope that this will inspire people to come forward to work with us, work with you, to make this a very successful journey for CEG. Thank you so much for your time,
Yes, sir.
and we look forward to working with you again, sir. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Engineer Vish and Engineer Parsarathi, for arranging this. Thank you to all our friends. Thanks, Deepak. Keep in touch in WhatsApp.
Sure, sir.
Bharati Kiran, my son, will join you in another 6 months, hopefully.
Yeah, he's talking to me, sir.
Right.
And also, I'd like to part of any initiatives that any organization is taking care of, because I don't mind because whatever it comes to organizing
It's
stuff
only
or
one computer
bringing
science staff.
initiatives will be
Mahalakshmi is the director CED.
Yeah.
Keep in touch. We'll do wonders.
yeah,
Okay.
sure, definitely. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks to
Thank
all
you
of
very
you.
much.
Thanks
Thank you
a
very
lot.
much.
Thank you.
Good night. Good night. Have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
you.
Good night.
Thank you, Ravikumar sir, Chandran here.